Hey, good morning, guys. Journeyman Messenger back with just a quick video. I just want to do a video that was promised a while back. I know I've had a couple of folks send me some messages concerning the Lockman Foundation NASB that I reviewed a while back, about a year and a half ago, like I said. This Bible has been absolutely that's been my go-to Bible for the past year and a half. It's been made many travels with me. I've been using it for my Sunday school class every week through my weekly studies. Not exclusively. Now I've been using other translations as well, and I've been using my iPad for portability and just some cross-referencing. But for the most part, this Bible has been my reader for sure, and also my daily carry for my Bible studies and just classes in general. But we're going to talk about highlighting in the Bible today. Real quick review on how this Bible, my large print Ultra 3N reference NASB, how it takes to highlighters, pens, the micro Pigma pens that are so popular with Bible study, and of course just a couple traditional pens and a highlighter. And I'm going to quickly show y'all, this is the Bible we're using here. If I can get it into focus here, this is the one I got at Lifeway, long before the Lifeway stores closed in my area. But for the most part, this is a great Bible. This is going to be your gosh, what is that number, style number on it? I wish it would come into focus for you, but it's actually style 1563. You can see it a little bit clearer there, but I'm going to move this out of the way and go to the highlighting here for us. So we're going to start with most folks, like this Bible I've been using just a pencil. This is just a mechanical pencil I've been using for the most part. I haven't used a pen or a highlighter in it yet, so I'm just curious to see how this is going to be. Now, full disclosure here, I am going to be replacing this Bible this year with I think I'm going to try to get a newer one with the genuine calfskin leather on it. That's the game plan for now, but this right here, we're going to go ahead and do some quick highlighting to see if we have terrible bleed through, if we're recommendations on pens and such. But just real fast, we'll go ahead and open this up and look for a couple of just some easy verses that most folks will recognize and understand as being super valuable in your worship. I'm going to go all the way here. Let's start with, we might as well just start with Genesis 1:1. Let's start this off with the traditional pen. This is just traditional ballpoint pen. You guys have probably seen this. Some of you guys are old enough to know that when you were in school, this was a sign of you were one of the cool kids, I guess. I'm not sure, but this is just a little Bic 4-color pen. I'm going to start off here with the blue one. Hopefully it'll write. Let's give it a test here. We're just going to start. I'm just going to go ahead and put an initial over here, or a marking up in the upper hand corner here, just to see that it is writing. There's a little X right there. I'm going to flip the page over, and there is slight bleed through there, and I'm going to show you real quick. Of course, with these pages, you guys can see the words and letters. There's my mark. Of course, we'll use it to highlight a Bible verse here in just a second. This is what it looks like on the other side. So you can see that it comes through fairly easily. So we're gonna go ahead and highlight or underline just a quick Bible verse here. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and simply just open up this Micron box of pens. Looks like I got a 3-pack here, black, blue, and red. That's really about all you really need. I mean, as far as colors go, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and open these guys up, get them out of the way. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use this, and I don't have a ruler handy, but I'm going to use this as my ruler. Try to keep a straight line here. Now, I am going to highlight verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and we're going to start with that. So just try to, typically what I do when I'm highlighting or lining, if I have the ability to have a straight edge, I will go ahead and take advantage of it. So we want to raise it up just to where it's below the line. And I'm going to go ahead and draw my first line and then my second line. Now we're using the blue. All right, now let's see what we got here. We'll bring the Bible up a little bit closer to you guys so you can see how It absolutely is very, very apparent, highlighted or underlined easily. We'll flip the page over. Let's see how it looks on this backside. All right, so realistically on the backside, doesn't look too bad. It's there, but not as bad as I would think. So obviously, the ballpoint pen on this type paper may be okay for you. I can see it a little bit easier with my naked eye than I can with the camera, but it's definitely right there, just a little bit. So with that being said, ballpoint pen can be a decent choice, at least in my opinion, in this specific Bible with paper style that it's using here. We're going to move on over to another verse. Let's skip on out to, let's see what we got here. I've got highlights here, just some various places I'm using a paper clip to identify to make a quick reference. Let's see what we got here. Proverbs. Oh man, we could probably find a million things in Proverbs, but we're going to go to Proverbs 3, and we're going to go through verses. Let's see here. Let me skip this back. Verses 5 and 6. I'm just going to go from one page to the next, and this is a great one concerning wisdom. Ideally, let me see if I can scoot it down just a little bit so you guys can see what we got going on here. All right, so with this one, I'm going to go ahead and use I think I'm going to use the Sharpie on this one. Let's just see what happens here. Of course, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5, trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. And we're going to go on over to verse 6, which, let's see here if you guys can see it. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight, which is a wisdom we all should live by. Now this is the reason why I chose to use Proverbs 5 and 6 on this specific example, is I am using just a standard Sharpie highlighter, green in color. One's on one page and one's on the other page, so we should be able to at least see how bad this bleed through is. And I've got a feeling that this is going to bleed through pretty bad because these are just your standard Sharpies, and let's see what happens. Now with this, I won't need a straight edge. I'm just going to highlight the verse. Okay, we'll flip it on over. Oh yeah, the bleed through is absolutely there. You guys can see it on camera as easy as I can see it right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up with verse 6 on this. All right. Now I'm not sure if it dries, if it'll dry, I guess, you know, a little bit lighter, but as of right now, you guys can see that the highlighter will bleed through pretty heavily. Now, it absolutely does make this stand out to where you can see it without a doubt what you've got highlighting there, but you can see that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and kind of show you the top part of the page here, and you can see where it bled through. And as you can tell, highlighter may not be the best choice for somebody who's trying to preserve their Bible to be perfect, but Bibles are meant to be used, in my opinion, to be studied, to be written in. And like I said, the majority of this stuff I've got in here I've been writing in pencil, but I've decided, just based on some requests, to go ahead and show what happens if we use a pen or a highlighter. So based on what I found so far, the highlighter I would not recommend so far. The ballpoint pen, not so bad. And we're going to go ahead and go to another verse here. I'm thinking something this time in maybe let's go to the New Testament here. Oh yeah, John. Let's go to John 3:16. That's absolutely a great one. So I'm going to pull it on out here. Let's see what we got here. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. Now this specific verse, I should say, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to break out this red Micron Pigma pen. And I'm thinking this is the one I want to go with on this. Red for love. Obviously this is God's sacrifice to us. And let's go ahead and get this highlight. I'm going to use my straight edge. I'm going to highlight this. Let's get it straight as I can, at least on site. We'll take this pen, highlight underneath. Okay, let's see how the red pigment does. All right, I know you guys can barely see it on the camera, but it looks good. It definitely stands out. We'll flip our page back over here and take a look at the bleed through. Oh wow, okay. The bleed through is barely there. I know you might well see it on camera. I can see it with the naked eye, and I don't even wear my glasses today, guys. So it absolutely has a very, very slight bleed through. It's not as bad as the non-line matching that we have, but this one has a very close line match page to page on this. So right now the Pigma has been a fantastic one. All right, so that's the red. Let's go ahead and let's go to another verse real fast. Probably let's dig a little deeper into the New Testament. Let's go to Galatians. Yeah, it's perfect. Like 5:22-23. Is that our fruits of the Spirit? All right, now you guys can see down here, I've already got these circled in pencil. Like I said, I've been using a pencil in a while, so we're going to go use the pencil on this. This is just a mechanical pencil. Looks like it's some brand Tool, T-U-L. But let's go ahead. I'll finish highlighting these with a pencil, or underlining these with a pencil. All right, but this is, of course, Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 and 23. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such things there is no law. Let's go ahead and get these underlined. Trying to line my straight edge up the best I can. I may have a little bit of a goof up right there, but that's okay. Okay. Now, with this being underlined in pencil, obviously it's not going to be as easy to identify, but it is there on the page. I can see it pretty good, but it doesn't stand out. Let's go ahead and flip it over and see if there's any kind of bleed through on the back side. Okay, well, no words on the back side. However, I can feel it with my fingertips, barely see it. I think you might be able to see it on the camera. So right now, this is a close call between that Pigma pen and the pencil as far as being less likely to be seen on the next page. So from here, we'll go ahead and do another Pigma example. And I think we pretty much know what's going to win here. I'm going to go on over here to my Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. Finally, brethren, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is of good repute, if there is any excellence, and if anything worthy of praise, dwell on these things. Man, great verse, especially right now in this day and time that we're going through some struggles as a country and as a world with this coronavirus. And folks, prayer. We've got to pray through this, and we got to stand to our faith and stick to our guns, if you will. But and there's no better way to do this than to study and worship God and pray for our forgiveness, because I feel like this is certainly a sign of things to come, possibly. But I'm going to go ahead and we're going to swap this over to black, because black typically is the one that can bleed through more than anything, I think, besides a bright red. All right, so we're going to start with the underlining this. Okay, there we go. Let's let you guys see what that looks like in black. Okay, of course I'm not the greatest in underlining, but there it is. Looks okay. My straight edge, of course, is bending on me as I use it, but let's flip it over and see what it looks like on this back side. All right, visually, with my eye, I can barely detail it there. With the camera, I can barely see the outline of it. So it's there. It's not bad by no means, but I think it's certainly is a fantastic option. You know, I know there's probably million more videos out there better than what I've been able to do this morning. However, been wanting to use these Micron pens for a while, and this is certainly something that as of right now I would absolutely recommend using these Microns. The black and red, absolutely no problem at all. I can tell you that from what I can see, my two choices, I'd use a pencil or these Microns at this point. Guys, I come to you this morning blessed that you guys have shown me so much support, and I haven't been putting out a lot of video content, and I'm going to try to put a little bit more out as we go along. And now that we're kind of in lockdown mode here, besides the fact that I'm at home, I'm at home teaching my kids, doing the schoolwork, for helping them do their schoolwork, and trying to help my wife with some of the household chores that we typically share. But now that I'm home full time for a little while, I'm gonna take advantage of getting everything in my house lined up, and hopefully put out a few more videos for you to take advantage of. And of course, I'm going to return to this to my trusty NASB and give you guys a follow-up review of this, how this Bible has stood the test of time, with a year and a half of usage, and regular usage for that matter. But I'll leave you be for today, and thank you for stopping by. God bless. And if you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to leave me some notes down in the comment section below. Thanks for staying with me, and hope to see you soon. God bless.